Cool. It says I'm online. We'll see if that's true. Press the page. It says I'm online. Yep, that's me. We're doing it. Sounds like I was clipping on the microphone there. 1 second. That's probably good. I will turn up the pad. Alright. That should do it. Welcome, guys. Cool. Alright, thanks for your patience, everyone. If you recall from last live stream, life's weird. Lots of things happening to me right now. I am slowly dealing with it, though. So, we should get it all done, but yeah, life can be tough. But we're chugging along. Okay, let's get into it, I guess. What has Bitcoin done since our last conversation? Looks like exactly what we talked about. So last live stream, what we said is we're just going to wait for the wave PM to compress, which it has, and then whichever way that 14 period CCI crosses, whichever way we're weighted, we should have a small, shorter term trend in that direction. So on the daily chart, we said that because these longer periods were clamping down on price, chances are any longer term trends are probably going to get squashed for the time being. We said that any move is going to be a short-term move on a lower time frame where it's just going to be a nice volatility pop trend, and then it's probably going to die. So, for our chart, what have we seen? We saw extended compression, whichever way the CCI weighted when the cross happened, which was positively, as seen here, right? That's the start of the trend. We have seen that trend, and now we're seeing some high volatility, some very small mean reversion, which goes in line with what the higher time frame was telling us, that you would see a short-term trend and it would get clamped on by the higher time frames because they're still compressing. So that move has happened. I am very much in line to believe that this is going to trickle back down into a compressionary state, probably in the same price range for like the rest of the month even. It's not going to be interesting. Alright, daily chart. What do we have? Compression. It's almost done. Maybe another week, maybe 2, maybe a month. But that is going to eventually, on the daily chart, completely compress. And when that happens, whichever way the CCI weights in that scenario, then we will get our trend. Okay? I'm going to grab a glass of water. I'll be right back. Get your questions in the comments, please. Somebody forgot, am I on camera? I'm pretty sure I'm on camera right now. I'm not. Okay. I guess I'm not on camera. That's fine. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely enabled it, so. Might have been making some funny faces. I don't know. Alright. Let's look at the comments. We got no comments. Let's look at the comments. Some questions. Cool. FTT BTC. Let's take a look. Today we are listening to the Warmex soundtrack from Frontline Assembly. The song is called The Eminent. I am a big fan of industrial ambient music. I find it very relaxing. Alright. FTT. Alright. We did this one last time, didn't we? Because we were looking at this longer term trend. Essentially, we were waiting for higher time frame compression, which we now have daily chart is completely compressed. All right, everything's below 0.7. So essentially, what we would be looking for, CCI weighting and a wave PM cross on the daily chart. That's simple. Really, really simple chart. We're just waiting for a breakout. And whichever way it breaks out, it should trend in that direction for a considerably long time. And considering that the most local high is 80% up, fuck, that's a really good trade. Yeah, if you want to try to get into this preemptively, you can, at higher risk, mind you, you could try to scalp an entry at 103. There's an attractive chart. Probably set some alarms myself. Taking a position like this is very, very safe. Alert. You know what? Can I create an alert with wave PM meow mix band 1 oscillator crossing value 0.7? That should do it. Open-ended. Text me, baby. FPT. Breaking out! Exclamation point. Cool. Oh, wait. I said that was 0.7. Yeah, I guess I have to, like, don't you dare make me click that up. 0, I'd have to put the 0 in front? Wow, that's some programming core right there. I can't type in 0.7, I have to type in 0.7. Very nice, guys. Classic. Crossing value, okay, save. Nice, I like it. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for that cross to happen, and I will definitely make a position once that happens. All right, what's next? FIL. This is a weird one. All right. So immediate thoughts is daily chart clamping down very, very hard, very, very early. So you do have a lot of long-term compression that has been underway. It looks like it's starting to clear up, though. If you look here, that should taper out by the end of the month, at which time it should be good for a breakout. But what I'm interested is here on the lower time frames, because that is a very strong move to the upside. That 0.7 is looking okay. Yeah, because here, this is actually almost to the point where I would say it's safe. Right? Because daily chart, that is essentially fully compressed. But it's just at the cusp of the end of the compressionary period. So, right, we have a few things to look on the daily chart here. One is we have this bearish expansion, and there's actually a second bearish expansion underneath it off of the 40 period, which obviously has completed. Okay. Alright, so 4-hour chart, we actually do have a really clean and simple defined pivot. Right, that is as clean as a plume can get. And it is topping out at 120. Very interesting. And it did bounce directly on the pivot. That is honestly very attractive. Yeah, if you want to try to get that next bounce at 532, that's really close. How far of a stop loss? Maybe like 6%? beneath the local low. 5.5% you could do from current price. Or we drag it down from here off of 532, 3.5%. So I would recommend waiting to enter on the 120.25 standard deviation. It is a pretty good chart. I like it. All right. Now that's going to be your last call for questions. Otherwise, I'm going to go eat dinner. I got my sweet yabao tea. I paid a small fortune to have a ½ kilo delivered to me. I will photograph it extensively, as I intend for this to last me throughout the year. It is inarguably one of the highest quality teas that you can purchase with money. It is wild picked from the countryside of the Chinese mountains. It took 3 people 15 days to harvest a single kilo of this tea. They go out in early March and they pick the buds of wild trees, and it tastes like cinnamon and watermelon. And it is sweeter than sweet tea despite having no additives. It's fascinating. Highly recommend it. Yunnan sourcing. It sells out pretty quick because it's not economically scalable to harvest this tea. So get it while you can. All right, been a pleasure. I will talk to you all. Hopefully 2 days. I'm going to start streaming more regularly. Been a pleasure.